got really stressed, got burnt out, had severe anxiety. Then I slipped into depression. And then 2019 was 8 months of depression. Like there's pictures I'll send you and show you, and I had it on my Instagram, I'll put it back as well, where I had a belly. So people see me now ripped, and they're like, oh, yeah, you've probably always been like that. I had a belly, my shirts weren't fitting me, like sticking out, everything. And that was like 8-9 months of junk food, McDonald's, a KFC twice a day, like binge eating chocolates and just all this kind of stuff that's like terrible for you. And then the height of it, I was on the highest dose of antidepressants for 8 months. That messes with your head. You start to feel like a zombie. You start to feel numb. And then the height of it was July 18th, when I was on a park bench, suicidal. I'd left my suicide note at home, and I was like ready to do it. So now, this July 18th would be like 2 years since then. And I'm going to try and throw a party to kind of see like the 2 years of like progress. But that, luckily I managed to, my method, and I never mentioned the method because I never want to kind of give anyone any ideas, but what I was going to do didn't work, luckily. And then I just had this kind of like snap out of this daze that I was in for like 8 months. I was like, oh my God, I was actually about to do it. I'd actually mentally gone over. I was like, shit, started crying, went home, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to quit this, oh, I missed the part. When I burnt out of that contract, I ended up back in a minimum wage paying job in a bar with like these 18-year-olds, and I just turned 30, so I'm 32 now. And they were like, oh, why are you here? And I was just like making my depression even worse. So I thought the depression started when I was getting paid a lot of money, and I had like £35,000 in my account. So the whole thing about money doesn't buy happiness. If they pay you, eventually you're going to crack. So that's what caused it. I left work for like 2-3 months. Then I was like, okay, I need to get back into society. Started working a bar job. And I'm like, fuck, how did I end up here again? Another summer, back to back. In the middle, I made a lot of money, but then I'm back in a low-paying job with a degree with these 18-year-old students who are asking me these questions. Oh, so if you have a degree, why are you here? And I'm like, you're making it worse. Like, and I'm like on the highest dose of antidepressants, which is like kept me alive, but it just numbed me out. So then, July 18th, when I had that park bench moment, that's like the lowest point in my life. So that was when I was like, okay, that was a turning point. I thought, okay, now I need to actually start living life on my terms and making a change. Let me just do what I want to do. So I wanted to get back into tech, but I wanted to do like software development, not the job I was doing before. I wanted to kind of take my time. I didn't want to fall back into another depressive spell. And then I went off social media eventually for 4 months. And what social media does is, if you're not mentally stable, it will get you into a kind of mindset of comparing your life to other people, depending on who you have on your feed. So I had to come off Instagram. I had to come off LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, you're looking at everyone's job titles. You're thinking, are you ahead or behind in life? Facebook, everything. In that 4 months, I taught myself how to code again, how to build websites. I started making my own shakes, and then I lost the belly. I quit the medication within 2 months. They told me to stay on the pills for 18 months, so I still would have been on it into this year. But within 2 months, I managed to quit it, like complete turnaround. So that's why I came to Asia. January 2020, I was like, so this is before Corona was even a thing. Like I packed my bags, beginning of January, I was like, okay, I made a complete turnaround. This is powerful. Let me fly to Chiang Mai, Thailand, and then eventually let me go to China, go to the Canton Fair, find see if there's any supplement companies, and just figure out like in that base. And I was supposed to go there in April 2020. And then I was supposed to do a visa run, so my friend kind of like persuaded me to come to Bali. I didn't even want to come here, right? She really said, come, you have to leave anyway, so I left. Flew to Bali February 7th. And then like 2-3 weeks later, the world just shuts down. Boom, Corona, boom. Literally. It's like I was just called to come here. And then all of a sudden I landed in my paradise. Like I've never been anywhere that I've been happier than Bali. And it's just like, it just all happened at the right time. Just unbelievable. So that is how I ended up here.
Wow, whoa, holy shit.
So, yeah.
I didn't know your whole story.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to say
That's the
it.
thing is like, I only see people in these paradises, you know.
Yeah.
I don't see, you know, when they're back home or maybe the struggles, like, and like people don't post their struggles and the depressive like times like on social media. That's the thing. You only see the good parts.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
you're listening to the Living That Life Digital Nomad Podcast. Hit the subscribe button on iTunes if you're a boss, and check out the YouTube channel for dope travel videos. Let's get it.